the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome into the Little League Complex here in Hedgesville, West Virginia. Get you set for day one of the District 6 Area 1 baseball tournament for the Little League ages 10 to 12. We're going to start off today with Hedgesville versus Jefferson. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you on site here. And Nick Verzolini and Corey Atkinson back in the studio. Colin, first day of what should be 5 days of Little League baseball. It's always an exciting time to watch the kids come out here and play and see who is going to go on to the district tournament.
Yeah, it's always fun. The community support is out on both sides, even with this hot weather we have, but it should be a great start to the area tournament. Looking forward to seeing Jefferson and Hedgesville first here of the, I believe, 5 teams.
So we'll go ahead and get you the starting lineups as we're about to start here. A little bit of an early start here for Jefferson and Hedgesville. Hedgesville will be up to bat first in the top of the first. Their lineup looks like this. Leading off, number 22 in the center field, John Spurgeon. Batting second at third base, number 15, Bentley Bass. Batting third, the pitcher, number 7, Landon Funk. In the cleanup spot, it's Reed Michael, number 17, at first base. Easton Deeds, number 55, in right field, will bat fifth. The catcher, number 2, Isaiah Kaplan, will bat 6th. One of the extra hitters, number 9, Lance Fink, will bat 7th. In left field, batting 8th, number 21, will be Chase Green. Batting 9th, shortstop, number 14, Braden Funkhauser. 10th in the order will be second baseman, number 1, Cam Teets. 11th will be number 27, Brendan Biden, an extra hitter. And another extra hitter at the 12 spot, number 50, is Nolan Hardy. Again, as Little League, all players get into the lineups. There'll be 12-man lineups for each side here. On the mound, start things out for Jefferson will be Anderson Didion. Behind the plate will be Lucas Jordan. Those starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009. Online at tripsforsanding.com. That starting battery for Jefferson brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. You can call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. We're going to start the top of the first here, which is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremation. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880.
Also want to remind everyone that this Little League International Tournament game is presented by Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
First pitch from Anderson Didion was a called strike. Second pitch, a foul ball to the center fielder, John Spurgeon. First pitch brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-263-4343. The 0-2 pitch was outside for a ball. And this 1-2 hit will be popped up in the right center field, and the catch is made on the run by the right fielder, Braden Kearns. First out recorded for Jefferson.
Good play there by Kearns to readjust in the final moments. He was running in, and that ball was carrying a bit farther than he imagined, but he was able to make the play still for out number 1.
And that'll bring up Bentley Bass, number 15, third baseman, second in the order for Hedgesville. His first pitch is going to come inside for ball one. Turf infield here at Hedgesville, grass outfield. The 1-0 from Didion is going to be outside for ball two. Jefferson today in the maroon jerseys and hats, white pants. Jerseys have the yellow trim, white numbers. 2-0 is low. Ball three, Hedgesville in the navy uniforms, the jerseys and hats, white pants. The numbers are in gold, white trim. 3-0s down the middle for strike one.
Good readjust there. See if he can find the strike zone again on the 3-1. See if Bass swings.
There's a pitch inside, but got Bass a swing at it. It's fouled straight back into the fence. Makes it a full count.
So, Didion able to battle back on the mound.
Here's the payoff pitch on the outside. It's too far outside and gets past the catcher. It's a ball four, so Bass draws a one-out walk. First base runner of the game. It's going to bring up Landon Funk. Starting pitcher for Hedgesville in this one. Didion's first pitch will go over the head of Funk. That's a duck out of the way. Make sure he doesn't get plunked.
Funk not happy with that one.
Second pitch will be outside for ball two.
See him shaking his head, but now will readjust.
It's a little bit of trouble finding the zone for Didion. Last two at bats. 2-0 is fouled off towards third base. Over towards the Hedgesville dugout.
Third base coach tried to make the play on it. Lost it in the sun.
2-1. Another pitch fouled straight back.
That's going to be something to pay attention to for the kids as well, as this sun just beaming down on everybody other than a slight part of right field for now, and the heat as well going to be a big factor.
2-2 behind Funk, brings the count full again.
Especially for the pitchers, the sweat dripping down going to make the ball very hard to grip, so that could be another reason why we see a lot of balls.
Time is called before the 3-2. And that heat is the reason why this game's start time was moved back an hour, and pretty much all of the games for the rest of the tournament have been moved back about an hour. I believe tomorrow's games were only moved back a half hour from originally.
Yep, 5:30 and 8 o'clock tomorrow.
3-2 is outside again. Two straight walks drawn by Hedgesville. Put runners on first and second with one out.
Number 17, Reed Michael.
It's going to bring up Reed Michael in the cleanup spot. Playing first base for Hedgesville today.
So far we've seen 2 free bases.
A big cut at the first pitch by Michael is no good on that one, so strike one.
However, we have not seen any ball get to the backstop to cause any free bases, so that's something that Jefferson will need to make sure to keep.
The 0-1 finds the outside corner for strike two. Solid recovery at bat here for Didion on the mound. And the 0-2. Swing and fouled away towards the first base side.
Got the heavy hitters up right now for Hedgesville, so the runner in scoring position, they're wanting to bring him in early.
And another pitch inside by Didion. Jumping out of the way. Backwards is Michael. It's a 1-2 count. Runners on first and second here in the top of the first between Jefferson and Hedgesville. And Michael's going to put this one in play. One bounce towards a shortstop. He's going to go to second base after hesitating. Originally was going to go to third, and I think he wanted to try to draw the double play, but he had already hesitated too much to the point where they could only get one out.
Yeah, don't know if Cole Willis was really looking over at his shortstop and Lowry ready to get that
That's a
one
good
from
point,
him,
Colin.
or not, as
We'll have a
which
better view of
probably
that.
helped with the lead to the hesitation.
But does get the second out. Runners are on the corners now as Easton Deeds makes a big swing and miss at the first pitch.
Deeds, one of the guys out there that have already hit one of the growth spurts that he'll have. Towers
0-1.
above the rest of his teammates.
Another big swing and a foul tip. Ends up going off the glove of the catcher. Brings the count to 0-2. So, Didion, after having 2 walks in this inning, has 1 strike away from being able to get out of the jam without giving up a run. Here's the 0-2, and it's another swing and miss. Strikeout for Didion, and he does indeed get out of the jam. 2 runners left on base, 1 in scoring position. That'll take us to the bottom of the first after this 1-minute break. Jefferson will come up to bat for the first time and try to get the first run of the game. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Little League Complex here in Hedgesville. Bottom of the first. Brought to you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store. Not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way, Martinsburg, or online at orsinis.com. Get you the starting lineup and starting battery for the opposite sides here in the bottom of the first. On the mound for Hedgesville is Landon Funk. He'll be thrown to Isaiah Kaplan behind the plate. The lineup for Jefferson, our all-stars coming up today. Batting leadoff will be Jason Bush Jr. in center field, number 22. Jake Lowry, the shortstop, number 2, will bat second. Batting third at third base, number 13, Cole Willis. Cleanup spot, it's the extra hitter, number 1, Bentley DeLauder. Batting fifth, pitcher number 9, Anderson Didion. Batting sixth, first baseman number 99, Camden Burke. In the 7th spot, left fielder 00, Beckner Dupree. Batting 8th, second baseman number 4, Austin Corey. Batting 9th is the extra hitter number 87, Trenton Smedick. 10th spot, the catcher number 23, Lucas Jordan. 11th spot, extra hitter number 12, Leighton Carney. And batting 12th in right field number 7, Braden Kearns. So Landon Funk was able to draw himself a walk while up at the plate in the top of the first. He'll come up here and try to avoid any of that as he pitches on the mound to Jefferson. Jason Bush Jr. again leading off for Jefferson, center fielder.
The lefty getting the leadoff spot. See how he does here and see how Funk's able to do on the mound.
Big wind up and pitch inside from Funk for ball 1.
Just watching Funk's warm-ups. He's got a good bit of velo for his age behind the fastball.
That was my thought immediately, too. He's got some velocity on that for sure. Looks into this catcher, now fires the 1-0, and again inside. This one gets past Kaplan behind the plate.
Wasn't really seeing much that he mixes with that, so we'll see throughout the game what other stuff he has out on the mound to throw the hitters off a little bit.
The 2-0 from Funk goes to the outside this time and catches the corner for strike 1.
Yep, good 2-0 though by Bush to let it go by and get the pitch count and see some extra pitches before you decide to pick yours.
Another wind-up pitch. This one's going to be hit into play. Slow roller to shortstop, firing over to first. Braden Funkhauser in time for out number 1.
Good play there by the first baseman, Reed Michael, for Hedgesville to be able to extend out and reach down as that throw over to first a little bit low, but he was still able to make the play.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Jake Lowry. How about that, a Lowry for Jefferson?
Who would have thought?
Yeah, you don't see many of those, huh? First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Step back into the plate. Funk ready on the mound. Come to the plate again. Fastball high in the zone, gets Lowry to swing through it. Brings the count even at 1-1.
You see that at every level. Fastball at your eyes is so tough to hold back on.
Funk readies and goes again. 1-1. Catches again the corner for strike 2.
Funk really waits with that leg kick to try to carry all that momentum with his pitch. See him kick here and just pause for it feels like a full second before rocking forward.
1-2 is a base hit in the left field by Lowry. Got a hold of that one high up in the zone this time. So first hit of the game for either side. First base runner allowed by Hedgesville.
Good at bat there by Lowry. Able to see a few pitches now.
That'll bring Cole Willis, the third baseman, up. He's going to take the first pitch for a strike. Kaplan behind the plate, a left-handed catcher. You don't see a whole lot of those.
Definitely do not.
The 0-1 is going to be hit into play. One bounce in front of the second baseman who bobbles it. Teets tries to throw to first in time. Can't get there before Willis makes it down the line.
Tough one to judge there for Teets. Tried to let it bounce, but then realized that it was coming at him a little bit more than he thought. So it just kind of hit awkwardly.
Yeah, the turf can give you some bounces that you don't always expect. That puts 2 runners on with just 1 out. Similar situation Hedgesville had in the top of the inning. First pitch is in for a strike to the cleanup hitter, Bentley DeLauder.
Now you see Kaplan being smart as the catcher, making sure to get the ball immediately back to the pitcher.
The 0-1 is going to be hit a ground ball to second base. They're going to get 1 at second, and then the throw is double clutched by the shortstop, and they'll not be able to get this double play over at first. So Teets gets at the Teets gets at the Funkhauser, ends up just a fielder's choice. So actually, we've gotten pretty much the same result through 4 batters as we did in the top of the first. An out, 2 base runners, and a fielder's choice.
But if you're Hedgesville, you obviously would have liked to turn 2 there.
First pitch to the pitcher. Anderson Didion will be inside for ball 1. Didion will try to stop the comparisons to the top of the first there as the 5 spot for Hedgesville struck out to end the inning. He'll swing through this one. And we got a runner trying to go from first to second. The catcher won't make the throw down. Catcher's indifference.
But now both instances that you've seen to be unable to get that third out have been because of no throws. But at this level, you kind of got to settle for that because with the runner on third, an error, which has a higher possibility at this level than any other, would lead to an easy run.
Counts now at 2-1 after the next pitch. Runners are on second and third now. Still no score in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch from Funk. It'll get in for strike 2.
So sometimes you just got to be okay with giving up a base runner and worrying about the batter to get that final out and keep the runner at third.
The 2-2 from Funk. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So once again, just like the top of the first, Defense gets out of the jam with a strikeout. 2 runners on. So we'll move to the second inning. Still no score here between Jefferson and Hedgesville. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. We'll be back in 1 minute.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome to Golden Asian Buffet. This month's special, the Cajun Seafood Boil. For just $16.99, you get some of the most amazing, freshest seafood with all those incredible Cajun flavors you know and love. Crab legs, shrimp, mussels, corn on the cob, and much, much more. All with those incredible Cajun flavors, all for $16.99. Golden Asian Buffet is the place to be for some incredible food. Don't miss out on the June special, the Cajun Seafood Boil.
2. Through 1 inning, still no score from the Hedgesville Little League Complex. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you on the call. Back in the studio is Nick Ferzolini and Corey Atkinson. Both teams leaving 2 runners on base in 2 different ways. Jefferson gave up 2 walks to Hedgesville in the top of the first. And on the Hedgesville side, when they came up to bat, they got themselves, when they were up on the mound on defense, gave up 1 hit, 1 error. So now, we'll go second inning. Still no runs up on the board. Isaiah Kaplan, the catcher, up first for Hedgesville. We'll take the first pitch for a ball. Top of the second inning is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. A nice place to do business. The 1-0 from Anderson Didion will be inside for ball 2.
Both teams so far in that first inning have had base runners on, the opportunity to score, just weren't able to bring any in.
Next pitch was in for strike 1. Kaplan steps back into the plate. And he'll take this pitch inside again.
We'll see if trend continues like that, if maybe later in the game we see more aggression on the base paths.
3-1, swung through, bring us to a full count. Kaplan throws lefty, bats righty. I feel like if you're one and the other, you usually see it the other way around. This full count is a ground ball hit to third base, and making the play over to first, just barely, is Cole Willis, as Camden Burke kind of just barely kept his foot on the base long enough. Then
it actually came off for a brief second, Dylan. He was just able to get the foot back on. That was very close.
Yeah, so not quite 100% routine on that one, but it gets the job done for the first out. Brings up Lance Fink. Will take the first pitch for a strike, one of the extra hitters in the lineup for Hedgesville.
So we have a Fink and a Funk.
We sure do.
Do we have a Dink and a Dunk?
We have a Funk Hauser as well.
Wrong sport for Dink and Dunks.
That pitch is in for ball 1. Yes, Fink, Funk, and Funk Hauser, all in the same. And this pitch is popped up towards second base. Austin Corey will be able to make the play for the second out.
Now batting number 21, Chase.
So there you go, 2 balls in play, 2 quick outs for Jefferson's defense. Good to see the fundamentals start early in Jefferson County.
Yep. So that'll bring up with 2 outs Chase Green. Next pitch for a strike. Oh, I have to
correction on a name.
Yeah, it's Frank Hauser, not Funk Hauser.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. That's me misrating the lineup there. That's how you can see how we got confused. The Finks and the Funks. Chase Green's gotten himself to an 0-2 count after a foul ball. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Didion up on the mound after a tough first inning. Keeps the score at 0-0. We'll take another 1-minute break. Be back for the bottom of the second. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Back for the bottom of the second here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Still no score between Hedgesville and Jefferson here in the District 6 Area 1 Little League Tournament. First day of action. Bottom of the second is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 121 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Do it first will be Camden Burke for Jefferson. First baseman. He'll take a look at a ball to start the inning from Layden Funk. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground to shortstop. Frank Hauser makes the play, and on one bounce, it's picked out by Reed Michael at first for out number 1.
Another good job there by Hedgesville's first baseman, Reed Michael. Another throw that was low, and he was still able to make the play.
0-0, Beckner, Dupree.
The left fielder, Beckner Dupree, come out with 1 out, no one on. He'll look at the first pitch for a strike from Funk. And now the 0-1. This is going to be popped up into right field. Deeds is under it and makes the play for the second out. So pretty much the bottom and top of these innings so far have been mirror images of each other. 2 quick outs for both sides in the top of the second and bottom of the second.
Yep, they were at first pretty patient at the plate in that first inning, I felt like, and now here, second, both teams have went with the approach of attacking the baseball early.
Corey will lay off the first pitch of the at-bat. Austin Corey, the second baseman, number 4 for Jefferson. And here comes Funk with the 1-0. This time it does get across the plate for strike 1. Now comes the 1-1. This is going to be hit up in the right center field. Coming over, making the play, jumping up for it is John Spurgeon for the third out. So again, a quick half inning. This time, 3 up, 3 down. All 3 balls hit in the play. So just like that, we go to the third inning. Still no score. This is West Virginia Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 1 minute.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Is your skin dry or breaking out? Are your muscles sore and tight? Then take a few hours or even a whole day to refresh yourself, recover, and rejuvenate at Personal Reflection Day Spa, located at 102 Hovatter Drive in Inwood. Personal Reflection Day Spa is an award-winning spa for 15 consecutive years. The friendly, experienced staff will give you the treatment you deserve from the minute you walk in the door. Book your appointment by calling 304-821-1333 or online at personalreflectiondayspa.com.
Top of the third innings brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Back here in Hedgesville. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin on the call. Nick Verzolini, Corey Atkinson back in the studio. No score yet after 2 innings between Jefferson and Hedgesville in the first game of the District 6 Area 1 10-12 Little League Baseball Tournament. And this will be a bunt to start things out. Top of the third from Frank Hauser, and the catcher will be able to get up from behind the plate and make the throw to first in time. So Braden Frank Hauser retired.
And Frank Hauser, good bunt there, just needed it down the line more, or just a little bit more back towards the pitcher maybe. It was just too close to the catcher to be able to make that quick play.
That'll bring up Cam Teets, who will take a swing and a miss at the first pitch. Second baseman Teets, number 1. We can get things going against Didion, who, since the 2 walks he's given up in the first, well, I was in the middle of jinxing him apparently. I was going to say he hasn't given up anything since the 2 walks he gave up in the first, but he hits Teets with that pitch. That'll put a runner on first.
Teets going to take his time walking down the first base line, making sure he's good to go, and I'll jog back. Looks to be okay over at first. Gets a fist bump from the umpire.
So that'll go ahead and bring up Brendan Biden, number 27, extra hitter. Here with 1 out and a runner on first. Here's a stolen base attempt down to second, and it's going to be a wide throw. Now going for third afterwards. He's thrown out from center field by Jason Bush, Jr. What a throw by Bush. As Teets stole second. The throw down by Jordan was off target, went in the center field, but Bush guns him down going to third.
Yeah, beautiful throw there by Bush, getting high fives by all of his teammates there, saving the day for Jefferson right now. That was potential for a costly mistake that we haven't seen yet.
Just like that, 0-1 count, 2 outs. Next pitch comes across for a ball. There's the 1-1. It's going to be hit into play. Looks like it's going to drop in for a hit over the head of the second baseman and into right center field. 2-out single for Biden. Down the 11th spot of the order. A chance to flip it over to the top with one more hit or one more base runner. And it'll be Noah Hartle with the chance to do that. Excuse me, Nolan Hartle, number 50. First pitch from Didion. Here goes Biden trying to steal second, and he's not going to get there in time. Caught stealing on the throw down by Lucas Jordan, and that will end the inning. So still nothing doing for Hedgesville through 3 chances at bat. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still no score between Jefferson and Hedgesville. After a 1-minute break, we'll be back. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today. Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
Welcome back to Hedgesville. Bottom of the third here. Still no score between Hedgesville and Jefferson. 10-12 Little League Baseball Tournament. Bottom of the third brought to you by Modern Realty Results. The team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. We'll flip over to Jefferson now. Swinging through that pitch is Trenton Smedick for strike one in the inning. The 0-1's in for strike two. Quick start for Landon Funk up on the mound. And the 0-2 is going to be hit into play. Softly, though, Frank Hauser gets over to it. One hop, ball's picked and not able to get it into the glove is Michael. Would have been in time to make the out. But I think Frank Hauser just rushed that one, didn't put enough oomph into the throw. So it bounced, and Michael couldn't pick it out.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Dylan, and that's the third ball that Reed Michaels had to try to scoop, and first two he was able to get, but that one kind of just died partially and didn't bounce as much up to be able to be scooped up off that turf as Michael had the previous two attempts.
That's only the third base runner for Hedgesville, but really only one hit. They'll try to throw back down and get Smedick going back to first. Not in time. He dives in with the hand.
Correction there. Jefferson, not Hedgesville.
Jefferson, yes. Jefferson was able to get a single and a runner on with an error in the first inning. Now a runner on with an error here in the third. Next pitch is in for a strike, evens the count at one apiece. Lucas Jordan, the catcher, in the batter's box with the 1-1 count. And he'll look at strike two. Again, still no score from Hedgesville here. Landon Funk's third ending up on the mound. He's given up one hit, has one strikeout. And make it two strikeouts as a swing and a miss by Lucas Jordan sends him down for out number one.
Now batting number 12, Leighton Carney.
Leighton
out there.
Yeah, Leighton Carney, number 12, one of the extra hitters for Jefferson, will step in next with one out and a runner on first. He'll square around the bunt, and it'll hit off the bat and go straight into the fence behind him. Strike one. Can't quite try to get the runner over that time.
Now you get a timeout here. Carney talk with his coach.
I have a feeling that Carney might have misread the sign from his third base coach.
My feeling was maybe that they expect the bunt to maybe try to push it down the first baseline instead of the third baseline.
Could be that too. It's just some sort of change in strategy. And he will square around the bunt, and he does try to hit it down that side, but it's foul.
1 point Colin, 0 points Dylan.
Fair enough. You got to make
no
up
points for Hedgesville and Jefferson.
That's true. You got to make
no
up
runs.
You got to make up your deficit in Hot Take Tuesday. That's somewhere, right?
Ouch.
Hey, you're on a 1 week win streak though.
It still hurts. It's a tough mountain to climb.
And there's a swing through on the 0-2 for strike three. 2 strikeouts in a row for Landon Funk.
I think it's more than Nick though. Love you, Nick. Back at the studio.
It's true. At least you do have one more win than Nick. But also you have one more win than everyone listening at home.
That's what matters.
Braden Kearns, right fielder, lefty at the plate. Steps in, takes first pitch for a ball.
I got no shot this week, though.
It would seem that way.
I believe in you, Nick.
Here's the 1-0. This will be fouled off the other way over the third base dugout. 1-1 count. Still sit here scoreless at Hedgesville. Between the Hedgesville and Jefferson All-Stars. First day of the the area tournament here at District 6, Area 1. Next pitch will be inside, ball 2.
The way this bracket is set up with 5 teams, winner of this game will play tomorrow. Martinsburg waits for the winner. Loser will wait a day before heading into the elimination bracket.
Next pitch inside, ball 3. So, Funk struggling to find the strike zone a little bit against the last hitter in the order before it turns back to the top. Trying to get that third out of the inning. Here's 3-1, and that's inside. So after a good second inning, we get it 2 base runners on for Jefferson in the third here. Funk struggling a little bit. See if he can get back on track against Jason Bush Jr., who grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat. This ball bounces in front of the catcher, but stays right there. So the runners have to stay as well. Smedic on second, and Kearns on first for Jefferson. Here's the 1-0. That's a foul ball. Hit over third base. Step back in with a 1-1. Third baseman for Hedgesville, almost aligned with the bag. Everyone else in normal depth in the infield. This pitch is swung through for strike 2. Funk's just 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. He was able to do the same thing in the first inning with the 2-out strikeout and runners on the corners. See if he can get out of another one. The 1-2 is inside, gets past the catcher, and roll over towards the first base side, and the runners are both, I think the ball actually hit him. Now that I look at that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first. I was kind of trying to wait for the
batter didn't really react as if it hit him, but it did take a weird ricochet. At first it seemed like it was just going to be a wild pitch that allowed Smedic to move to third. Now all the runners are on, so it's a hit by pitch. And the bases are now loaded. Jake Lowry has the only hit of the day for Jefferson, and he's up to bat. He swings at the first one, fouls it off to left field.
He's able to straighten that one out. That's dangerous. Some good distance in foul territory.
Definitely. Step back in the 0-1. Funk now steps back onto the rubber and quickly comes to the plate, and that'll be strike 2. So quickly working to an 0-2 count with the bases loaded as Funk see if he can once again strand runners on base. Here's the pitch, and that gets in the dirt and past the catcher, but Smedic is going to have to hold up. It was a fast pitch, so it took a nice bounce off the backstop. Keeps the count at 1-2.
Not only that, but at this level, you can't really take any lead. You can't move off the bases until
the pitch gets to the catcher.
Yeah. So, pass ball, it's tough to get any movement.
1-2 is going to be hit into play, but fouled just barely past the glove of the first baseman, Reed Michael, who's almost able to make that play on a line. Just past his glove in foul territory.
And he's probably lucky that didn't nick off his glove since he was in fair territory.
Yes.
It was very close, though.
Another 1-2 from Funk to Lowry. It's hit on the ground to second. The play made by Teets over to first. The play's made for the third out. So Jefferson loads the bases but can't get any runs across. So we'll go to the fourth inning, and we're still scoreless. We'll be back for the fourth after a 1-minute break. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Top of the fourth inning, brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. Still no score after Jefferson loads the bases with 2 outs. Landon Funk was able to get out of the jam. So we come up here top of the fourth. Bottom of the order for Hedgesville, Noah Hartle, and then we'll go back to the top. Anderson Didion has given up just 1 base hit as Hartle swings through pitch number 1 for strike number 1.
Hartle was up to bat last inning, but there was a caught stealing to end the inning, so gets the start off here this inning.
Next pitch is in for a ball. Yep, it was Brendan Biden getting that only hit so far for Hedgesville, and then being caught stealing trying to go to second base. Second pitch is outside for a ball. This counts now at 2-1.
Getting food orders here during the play. Apologies there, but he had a 1-3 ground out.
There we go. Ground ball back to the pitcher and over to first base for the first out of the inning. That will bring us back to the top of the order. John Spurgeon flew out to right field to start the game.
Appreciate those here at Hedgesville being great hosts. Just was asking us if we wanted any dinner. Wasn't sure if you wanted seconds, Dylan.
I made sure to get the hot dog before the game because I knew you can't count on getting anything during when we're sitting here.
Now we know, maybe.
Yeah.
Future.
Maybe we can. Huh. First pitch into Spurgeon was a strike. Second pitch is outside for a ball.
It's not good to eat on air, though. I don't think people want to hear that.
We only get the 1-minute break between innings. You got to get your bites in when you can. Next pitch is a foul ball.
Last time I tried to do that for Little League, I choked on a chicken nugget. Those were the days.
Those were the days, huh? When you were choking on the air.
I lived.
Those were some days, I guess. 1-2 outside. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
Just don't order a chicken nugget.
We got a 4-piece in the count here, 2-2. Outside for ball 3, runs the count full. So Didion has had himself a few innings of good work, and, well, it'll continue here with the full count strikeout. His second one so far.
With the 3-2, got him to chase slightly low and away. Probably what would have been a 50-50 pitch, so it's good to swing at, but just a tough one to hit. That's what you want if you're on the mound. We continue with this good old-fashioned pitcher's duel.
That's right, already 2 outs. Brentley Bass is up. He takes first pitch for a strike. He drew a walk first time up. one of the few base runners that Hedgesville has been able to get on so far. It's been 3 walks. And this pitch is going to be hit into shallow right field. And Braden Kearns is under it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down inning for Jefferson. And again, still no runs up on the board. And we'll take the 1-minute break and be back for the bottom of the 4th, see if either of these teams can get something going on offense and drive some runs across home plate. This is West Virginia Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine is pleased to have physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology all in one place at the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, located in a custom-designed suite on the 3rd floor of the WVU Medicine Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. We look forward to welcoming patients at this larger location in Spring Mills. For more information about the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, call 304-596-5038.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th in the first day of the Area Little League Tournament, District 6, Area 1. Hedgesville versus Jefferson. Still no runs up on the board as we're in the bottom of the 4th. Jefferson up the bat. Good pitching duel on our hands. First pitch of the inning, hit on the ground. The 2-bouncer over to second base. Cam Teets makes the play for the first out.
Yep, trying to look to see if we had any defensive changes. I think I see one at least. I believe that's Hartle at shortstop now.
You're right.
Hedgesville. I think that might be the only one. Yeah.
Yep, Noah Hartle has moved from being an extra hitter out to the field. And this next pitch will be a run inside Bentley DeLauder. He's hit by pitch. And some good sportsmanship shown by Funk. Go over and give him a glove tap. Show him he meant no harm.
Yep. He wore it like a champ as well, jogging his way down to first. The water's good. He's also got the best hair we've seen so far today with the mullet.
It was Cole Willis that grounded out for the first at-bat of the inning. And after that, hit by pitch. First pitch into Anderson Didion is a ball. So the second walk given up by Funk. And this next pitch will be in for another ball and almost getting down on a throwdown to first base. DeLauder gets back to the bag, and then Reed Michael comes up limping, the first baseman.
Yeah, he got cleated on that slide there by...
That's what it looked like.
Base runner and DeLauder. Nothing intentional, obviously. He was just trying to get back to the bag, but Michael got run up a bit on that one, and see if he's able to continue. Just walk it off. Looks like that will be it. Definitely stings for a brief second.
Yeah, he just needed a second.
You see, some kids are wearing sneakers with it being a turf infield, but DeLauder, not one of those kids. He's wearing your cleats out there. So. But he's good.
So it's a 2-0 count. We'll reset. 1 out. Runner on first. Still no score. Bottom 4th. Funk with another pitch. A foul ball. Back to the fence.
Got the sun setting now as well, so the shadows will start playing out there a little bit differently.
And the next pitch hits the corner for strike 2.
Right now, for those tuned in on TV 10 or our YouTube stream, see about half the field covered.
And this next pitch is high and inside, runs the count full. So we're seeing a little bit of loss of control from Funk. Jefferson's been able to get some good chances at getting runs in, but haven't been able to get one across yet. Here's 3-2. Swing and a miss by Didion for strike 3. The attempted throw down the first to get a double play is no good. But that's the 4th strikeout for Landon Funk.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to try to pick somebody off over at first, just the way Reed Michaels playing kind of behind the bag, so he has to step around the runner who's trying to get back to reach out and make the play.
Camden Burke swings at one above the eyes on the first pitch. Tried to hold back, but went around too far.
It's just not the best positioning going over to try to make that play because he's going to cover the backside of the bag because you can't block the bag, and at this level, that's just the way they're teaching the kid.
Yep. Second pitch also in for a strike. Burke lays off of it that time. Looks at strike 2. Now the 0-2 from Funk. This is a hit on the ground. 2 hops over to Hardle at shortstop. Easy throw made over to second for the 4th out. And that'll retire the side. So through 4 full innings, no runs up on the board. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back for the 5th. This is West Virginia Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome into the top of the 5th inning here from the Hedgesville Little League Complex. This game is blowing by so fast that I forgot the bottom of the 4th inning.
That's the most important one.
It's the most fun one at the very least, because the bottom of the 4th inning was brought to you by Mother Shucker's Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup.
That is probably a better way of putting it. More fun one than most important one. They're all important. They're all great sponsors, and we appreciate them.
It's the most fun one to read, but it is the most dangerous. Because if you have a slip of the tongue, you can. Well, the FCC might be calling up all Michael Hornby. Ball 1 in on the pass ball, past the glove of the catcher, as Landon Funk steps in. We'll get you the top of the 5th sponsor here soon, as Landon Funk hits one right back to his pitching counterpart. Didion makes the throw over for the 1st out. Of course, the top of the 5th is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality, design, and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. So already 1 out again as this game just continues to just be a pitching duel. Outs coming even faster than we can keep up with. Another one hit on the ground and thrown from second base on to first. Austin Corey on to Camden Burke for out number 2.
Yep, 2 pitches, 2 outs. I mean, both sides have made contact with the ball. It's not strikeout after strikeout after strikeout like what we saw actually last year, especially from Martinsburg's Little League. Had some fantastic pitching, but it's the defense that has really stepped up today, and when there were errors, it wasn't anything too costly. So, swing and a miss here for the first pitch.
Easton Deeds struck out first time at bat in the 1st inning, and he'll swing through the second pitch for strike 2.
And he kind of forced that one. It was high and outside, and he wanted all of it.
And he'll swing and miss again. Strike 3. Anderson Didion up on the mound. Third strikeout as it's another quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Jefferson. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th already after a 1-minute break. This is Little League Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
Dupree flew out to right field in his first at-bat. And Funk will throw this one over the head of Dupree. That one slipped away from him, as you can see, sort of frustratingly wipes his hand against his glove, or against his pants. A 2-0 count. Here comes Funk again. And it'll be another ball. 3-0 count.
Funk now gonna wait a little bit before the next pitch. Reset out on the mound.
Yeah, takes his time getting back on the rubber. Now 3-0 count. And Dupree squared around the bunt, then pulled it back, I think just sort of as a distraction tactic, and takes ball 4.
Now batting number 4.
Third walk given up by Funk.
Apologies, back. Those tuned in. Fusion on our score bug.
First pitch to Austin Corey. It's a foul ball.
In the bottom of the 5th inning.
Next pitch in for strike. 0-2, working quickly against Corey.
And Funk back in his groove now out on the mound.
Ball 1. As the next pitch comes in. Low. Corey in his first at-bat flew out to center field. One of the 1-2-3 innings that we had earlier on. Funk gets this one across the plate for strike 3. His 5th strikeout so far. Gets the first out of the inning. Gets him looking at that one.
Now batting number 87, Trenton Smetic.
Smetic now up the bat.
Smetic was able to get on base last time with an error. First pitch taken for strike 1. So still no score here from Hedgesville. The bottom of the 5th. Jefferson and Hedgesville go head to head. Next pitch taken for ball 1. The first day of the area tournament for 10 to 12 age group. And Smedik is going to hit this one the other way in the right field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Corey's going to get the third base. He's going to be brought around to home. And the cutoff is bobbled. Excuse me, that's Dupree coming around to score. It's a one-out double for Trenton Smedik to make it 1-0 Jefferson.
Great piece of hitting there by Smedik, able to go opposite field all the way down the line. Now this means that Hedgesville will be down to its final 3 outs.
Funk will throw this one high. First pitch of the at-bat to Lucas Jordan. Jordan struck out in his first at-bat. His next pitch will be high as well. Funk will try to have to get out of this inning with only 1 run allowed to give his team the best chance in the 6th. And now it looks like we're going to at least have a mound visit. As Funk is starting to lose a bit of control. He's still working very quickly, so he may need to sort of pace himself as he gets higher in his pitch count.
Got the runner on second, 1 out. Great baseball game, though, so far between these two teams. It's been a fun pitcher's duel. Just saw the first run of the day, first run of the tournament, so it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the tournament fares out. So again, we'll have coverage of the entire area tournament as well as the district tournament come July.
Square around the bunt is Jordan. He pulls it back as the pitch is inside. 3-0 count. Only 1 out. Funk will have to get things back under control if he wants his team to have a chance. And this is ball 4. 4-pitch walk as we're at the bottom of the order for Jefferson. The bottom 2 at the very least now is Leighton Carney and Braden Kearns are the next 2 up.
Now you can see wearing down out on the mound for sure is Funk here in this heat. Very tough.
1 out, and the first pitch of the at-bat is high, and attempt almost to pick off the runner at first after the ball was thrown back to the pitcher. Jordan was a little slow getting back to the base. Almost worked. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Jefferson's gotten themselves the only run up on the board in this game. Next pitch, swung and missed at by Carney. See if Jefferson can add on to this 1-0 lead. Funk looks in, now winds and fires. He won't get the call. Throw down to first, not in time.
Good job there by Reed Michael. That one was in the turf and almost down that first baseline into the outfield. That would have allowed runners to move.
The 2-1 in across the plate, looked at by Carney for strike 2.
There is one.
And the pickoff attempt goes past the first baseman. The runners are going to advance to second and third. So no more chance at a double play.
Now Carney just really needs one in play to potentially add an insurance run for Jefferson. Infield corners kind of moving in for Hedgesville now.
2-2, fastball hit inside, fouled off over the Jefferson dugout.
2 strikes, I wouldn't expect the bunt.
Nope. With the way Didion has been pitching, a base hit here that drives in a run or 2 could be devastating. But there's a swing and miss, strike 3 to get the second out.
Big out number 2 there now, as means if you're able to just get this batter, keep the runners at second and third. Only be down 1-0 when it's your final chance.
First pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner by Braden Kearns, who drew a walk in his first at-bat. Next pitch is going to be a wild pitch or pass ball. Coming in and sliding home is Smedic. He's safe at the plate. The ball was swung through but got past the glove of Kaplan behind the plate. And that'll allow Trenton Smedic to score and make it 2-0.
Great hustle there by Smedic. He immediately went that time too, unlike last time where he was at third and had the pass ball situation. He hesitated, and that cost him to stay put. This time he had the green light all the way and risked it.
The 0-2 pitch is taken for ball 1. So now Jefferson's up 2-0. With a chance to make it 3 if the runner from third can get home. One-two count. It was a foul ball. So Funk will get back onto the mound with a 1-2 count, 2 outs. And this is going to hit the batter. And it hit him pretty good, too, as he takes a second to get up. It's actually pretty fortunate that that hit the batter, because that would have been easily a wild pitch that more than likely would have allowed the runner from third to get home and make this a 3-0 game. But it looks like Kearns is going to walk off this ball. It looks like it did hit him in the ankle, somewhere in the leg, where he's hobbling around a bit. And I think they're going to go ahead and just take him out for a pinch runner. Either that or just bringing him closer over to the dugout.
Yeah, there's a mound visit, so you're able to do that right now. Just let him continue to walk it off as the night for Funk, it looks like, on the mound is done. Not ending the way he obviously wanted it to. Down now 2-0 for Hedgesville, and looks like Deeds is going to come in.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take a 30-second break for the pitching change, and when we come back, it'll still be 2-0. Runners on the corners for Jefferson. This is West Virginia Little League Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR, and TV 10 will be back in 30 seconds.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Got a pitching change, the first of the day. This one for Hedgesville. Pitching changes brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 of Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. You can call them at 304-263-3361. And it's Easton Deeds that'll bring himself up onto the mound after it's 4 2/3 innings for Landon Funk. He exits after giving up 2 runs, both earned on 2 hits, 6 walks, got himself 6 strikeouts. He pitched well and for most of that game, just started to lose control towards the end of it, gave up some walks, a couple timely hits for Jefferson, and suddenly they've gotten 2 runs up on the board, and they have another run just 60 feet away.
Yeah, not the way, if you're Funk, you wanted to end this one, as it was a great pitcher's duel through the game so far, but we knew eventually one side would have to break, and for him it was his side out on the mound, giving up the 2 runs so far to Jefferson this inning, but he'll have an opportunity in the 6th to avenge it and try to keep Hedgesville alive. So, can't give up just yet if you're Hedgesville. Still got 1 at-bat, and Deeds just needs to focus here and get 1 out.
I believe Brendan Biden has moved out from being an extra hitter to right field as Landon Funk has gone into the dugout.
I believe you're correct. 2-7 out there.
So runners on the corners for the top of the lineup for Jefferson. First pitch to Jason Bush from Deeds. Bounces for ball one. And now the 1-0. Big cut at that one, but missed by Bush. Evens it up at 1-1. So Deeds will try to keep his team within 2 runs. Keep these runners stranded. The 1-1. Low for ball 2. Or, excuse me, no. Late strike call from the umpire for strike 2. Bush is 0 for 1. Hit by pitch in his last at bat and grounded out in the first. The 1-2 from Deeds. Ground ball hit foul over towards the third base. Coach. Runners will go back. Just Lucas Jordan, the catcher, on third. Braden Kearns, the right fielder, on first. Another 1-2 and another foul ball out towards left field.
See if the runner maybe at first goes. We've seen him a few times try to increase that lead out off the bag after the pitch.
Another 1-2 from Deeds, and again fouled off. Fighting to stay alive is Bush.
A good battle here against Deeds, who just came in for Funk and just needs this one out to get Hedgesville back up to bat in the 6th.
And this one bounces past to the backstop. Here comes the runner home, and there will be no play at the plate. And going over to third, the ball comes out of the glove of the third baseman as he tries to make the tag. Brentley Bass had a close play. I think Kearns might have ended up safe anyway if the ball didn't come out on the tag. But still now it's 3-0.
Yeah, Jefferson just able to win the free base game. That's been the difference.
Next pitch is inside. Count runs full. Full count, 2 outs. Deeds trying to end this half inning so that Hedgesville can face their final 3 outs with as small a deficit as possible. Here's the pitch. Foul tip into the glove for strike 3. So Deeds is able to get out of the jam, only allowing one of the 2 runners on base that were on when he came in across the score. That one on the wild pitch. So we'll go to the top of the 6th. 3 outs remaining for Hedgesville. We'll see if they can get to Anderson Didion, who has been tough to get hits or base runners or any runs on so far. After this 1-minute break, this is West Virginia Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Top of the 6th inning. Here from the Hedgesville Little League Complex, brought to you on Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg and TV 10. It's brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Anderson Didion will try to complete a complete game and also a shutout as well, but he has insurance runs to work with after Jefferson gets across 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. The only 3 runs of the game. So it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters for Hedgesville to try to get the rally going here in the top of the 6th. And the first pitch will be lined by the head of Rick Kozlowski, who's inside the fence trying to take pictures for the Journal over on the Jefferson dugout side. Didion through 5 innings has given up 3 walks and 1 hit. Struck out 3. No runs up on the board for Hedgesville. Next pitch is a wild one past the catcher for ball 1. And now the 1-1 is going to be hit softly over to the pitcher, and he throws it on the first base for out number 1. Kind of got jammed there, did Kaplan.
We're going to have a timeout now as a challenge, trying to say that hit off the leg of the batter. You can see him kind of wincing as well.
Well, we have 4 umpires out here. We'll see if any of them saw something.
I thought so too initially.
It felt like it didn't have just a straight path from the bat to the pitcher. So I won't be surprised if this is overturned. Nope, they're going to say call on the field stands.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but I'm not the umpire. It's not my job.
So that'll be 2 outs to go for Hedgesville. As Didion works still, only giving up 1 hit. First pitch into Fink will catch the inside corner for strike 1. And the 0-1 is fouled straight back into the fence. So a quick 0-2 count now. And a quick strike 3. Didion gets him to swing through. 3-pitch strikeout. And Jefferson just needs 1 more out to win this one.
Yeah, great job by Didion so far. Now 1 out away from being able to finish it off for Jefferson out on the mound. You could just see throughout the game his confidence has continued to grow and grow, in control of this one from start to almost the finish.
And this is going to be a first pitch. Soft ground ball. Didion's not going to be able to get there in time, get the throw there in time, as it's beaten out by Chase Green, excuse me.
Frank Hauser now up to bat, so
it's only
Hedgesville can get a 2-out rally.
Only the second hit for Hedgesville. And this is a wild pitch. It's going to allow Green to get to second base.
There you go. Now you hear the Jefferson coaches out of their dugout just trying to tell everybody, settle down, focus. You only need 1 more out.
The 1-0 is going to be up towards the head, and it's another one that gets past the catcher. That one, I think, catcher was probably within arm's reach of, but couldn't quite get to the ball. So now that run has gotten over to third base. Green making his way from first to third on 2 pitches, and now this third one will be in for a ball. You could see the excitement on Didion and the infielders for Jefferson after that second out, knowing how close they are to the win. But you're right, Colin. And
can't celebrate too early.
Right, yep, they have to settle down. Didion has to throw 3 more strikes or get 1 more out.
I believe it was Hedgesville last year that had a comeback attempt late.
I think so. It's a 3-0. Again gets past the catcher, but despite it being ball 4, the runner on third base, Green, thinks otherwise of coming home. But there's no point in risking that.
There's no point. You don't want the last out of the game to be at home, and now you have the tying run coming up to the plate for Hedgesville, down to its final out still.
Braden Frankhauser draws the walk, gets on first base. We'll get a mound visit here to Didion. You can kind of just tell by the hand motion of the Jefferson coach out on the mound, just saying, calm down, guys. You can tell there's a lot of nervous, excited energy in that Jefferson team out on the field.
So, everybody gonna give high fives to their pitcher before going back and concluding this visit. So, see if Teets can continue this attempted rally for Hedgesville.
So Cam Teets gotten on with a hit by pitch and is only at bat so far. First pitch in will be outside for ball one. You can see over at first base, Frankhauser trying to draw a pickoff attempt.
Yeah, he's just doing jumping jacks over there trying to get the attention on him.
Second pitch inside for ball two. Here's the 2-0 from Didion. Strike one. Gets it across the plate. It's Green on third. Frankhauser on first. Tying run. Cam Teets at the plate. And this pitch is inside, just barely, for ball three.
Didion all of a sudden has just kind of struggled to find the strike zone here with two down.
3-1. Hit on the ground. Back to Didion. He's going to come to the plate. The tag. They're going to say that Green dodged the tag and got across the score. Home plate umpire makes the call, and it's hard to tell from our angle, but certainly the dodge attempt was made by Green. Now they're going to bring the umpires together just to make sure.
And I can't help you. I was looking at the cameras thinking that he was going to throw to first, so I had that on and was waiting for the play there, not realizing that play was at the plate until you said it. So
umpires,
after the fact.
Umpires confer. They confirm the call, or the call stands. Safe at the plate. I think from this angle I can't see exactly where the glove was, but I'm not surprised by that call.
But at the same time, with two outs, why aren't you throwing to first? Force out ends the game.
Right.
You didn't need to throw home, but
I think Didion's thought was just that that's the closest throw, and
right.
Well, with that, that's going to end the day for Didion. He's not able to get the complete game. They're going to bring on Trenton Smedick as a relief pitcher. We'll take a 30-second break. As Smedick gets warmed up, it's now 3-1. Hedgesville has themselves a chance to come back and rally with just one out to go. We'll take the 30-second break and be back with more Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
Back after the pitching change, still getting warmed up, is Trenton Smedick, who will try to close this one out for Jefferson. As the 3-0 lead for Jefferson has closed down to 3-1. Runners are on first and second. The tying run on first. Winning run at the plate. Excuse me, it's the top of the sixth.
It is confusing.
I caught myself as soon as I said that. No, top of the sixth.
Hedgesville the venue, but Hedgesville the road team.
Yes. Brendan Biden will have the chance to keep this rally going. He fouls off the first pitch. Biden had the first hit of the game for Hedgesville in the top of the third in his only at-bat so far. He fouls off the second pitch as well, fouls off the helmet, the face mask of the catcher. So quickly an 0-2 count. So Smetic coming in off the bench. He's an extra hitter. Trying to be the closer for Jefferson.
And he's the one that had the big hit in the fifth.
Yep.
Break open the
He had
game.
the go-ahead RBI to make it 1-0. And here's a wild pitch. The runners are going to advance to second and third. Makes the count just 1-2, though. So he's got some pitches to work with if he can keep them from going past the catcher. Because 2 more wild pitches can tie this game up. And the 1-2 is another one fouled back by Biden. He's been aggressive here at the plate in this at-bat. Swinging at all 3 pitches that weren't a wild pitch. So we'll see if Smetic can get him to chase one if he keeps that up.
And all this has been done with 2 outs.
1-2, it's another one hit, and another one fouled off.
No quitting this Hedgesville team. That's what you like to see, even after a rough bottom of the fifth, allowing that 3 runs. Didn't let it deflate you. You've been able to try to fight here.
And he takes a pitch for strike 3. Trenton Smetic closes it out with a tying run 2 bases away from coming across the score. Huge play there. Huge at-bat. Huge strikeout for Trenton Smetic to get the 3-1 victory for Jefferson, which means that Jefferson will move on tomorrow at 8 o'clock to play Martinsburg. And now Hedgesville will move on into the losers bracket, challengers bracket. And I believe that they will face the loser of South Berkeley and Morgan County, which is tomorrow's first game at 5:30. So with that, we'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with a short wrap-up. Or, Colin, do you want to just go ahead and wrap things up right now, actually? I don't even know if we need the 2-minute break, really, because we can just jump right into a post-game. Here we see get things going. It's the Palace Lounge post-game show. Palace Lounge is on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. You can check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Colin, I think this was pretty clearly a pitcher's duel for most of this, and it kind of got away from them in the final inning. And, well, Jefferson was able to get those. It's a good thing they got all 3 runs up the board because they were close to needing all of them.
Yes, they really were, and it was just a battle of free bases late, and Jefferson was the one that was able to capitalize on the free bases. I mean, a great game by both starting pitchers, Didion and Funk, but just with the heat and the amount of pitches that they had to throw in that heat, kind of just ran out of gas late, and you could see that in the end on both sides, and for Funk and Hedgesville, it just affected them a little bit more.
Now going across here, looking at what Hedgesville was able to do, they were able to get 1 run on 3 hits. They had 2 errors, and on Jefferson's side, they were able to get 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors for Jefferson. It's your game summary brought to you by Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. You can go to wvjusticelawyers.com. We look at some game stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. The pitchers today The winning pitcher is Anderson Didion, who went 5 2/3, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. On the other side for Hedgesville, losing pitcher Landon Funk went 4 2/3, gave up 3 runs, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 6 walks. And it was an RBI double for Trenton Smedick, and as he gets the save, he also has the RBI up on the board for Jefferson. So, does that make the player of the game any sort of difficult for you, Colin? Because as well as Didion did, it was Smedick who got that go-ahead run up on the board and closed things out with the save.
That's true, so just give them to both of them. Why not?
I think those are the two guys. Didion carried everything until, just one out to go, and then Smedick got them over the hump.
Just do co-players of the game.
There you go. The players of the game brought to you by Rock's Local Market, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rocks. So that's going to go ahead and wrap things up here from Hedgesville. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30. Try to go on about 10 minutes beforehand.
Yep, so 5:20. Again, Morgan County, South Berkeley, the first game tomorrow, and then you have Jefferson and Martinsburg to follow.
And with that, give thanks back to Nick Verzolini and Corey Atkinson back in the studio. Colin McLaughlin alongside me. I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long, and hope that you have great rest of your Thursday night. This has been Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.